Hey 18 Strong Golfers, this is Jeff PELIZZARO, and today we've got our what, why, how on the Swiss ball. I'm sure you've seen these big exercise balls before. You may have seen people sitting at a desk using them, but I figured we'd go over what they are, why we would use them, and of course how you can best use them in several different ways. So the Swiss ball, or exercise ball, I'm not sure how it got the name Swiss, but it's a great exercise a piece of equipment that you can use for many reasons. One is going to be creating some instability in different exercises. So when you put the ball on the ground and you kind of anchor yourself on it, obviously this thing can roll away. It's kind of bouncy. So there's a lot of instability in this ball that you can use in different exercises, which I'll show you in a second. The other thing is it just allows you to change angles and positions when you're doing different exercises. So it gives you a little bit of variety when you're trying to kind of mix things up. It's really important to change up your exercises, do things at different angles, do things with different stresses, so your body doesn't get used to the same thing all of the time. So when I use this, I like it for several reasons. I especially like it to get the hamstrings, the glutes, the low back, because there's not a whole lot of exercises, or variety in exercises, I should say, to get some of those muscles if you don't have different pieces of equipment. So the ball here is a great way to do that. So one of the first things that I want to show you in the how department here is how to do a couple different style exercises. The first one is a bridge, and then I'm going to go into even a hamstring curl. And this is going to be for, again, the back side of the body. And what you're going to do is just lie on the ground, put the ball under kind of the lower part of your calf. And again, that ball, because of this instability, it can rock around a little bit. So you have to be able to stabilize here. And then all you're going to do is first just learn how to lift your hips up in the air, really squeezing your butt, not necessarily arching your back. If you arch your back, you're really just putting a lot of stress on your lower spine, but when you learn how to just kind of squeeze your butt together and pull yourself up into the air, you're going to find that you're in a nice, solid, stable position. If you just arch your back, you're going to kind of find that it's a lot harder to hold on to that position. So that's the first one. Then what I like to do is, again, for the bridge, you can change the angle a little bit by putting your feet in a different position. Now I'm going to be able to go up a lot higher, and I'm really feeling that squeeze in my glutes. Now I'm even getting a little bit more in the hamstrings because my knees are bent there. So that's another one. And then you can kind of tie the two together by starting here, lifting up and rolling the ball back, and then slowly rolling the ball out. This is one of my favorite hamstring exercises when you don't have a hamstring curl machine or some of the other pieces of equipment that you can use to work on the backside of the body. So it's great for that. It's also really good for different core-related exercises, abdominal-related exercises. Of course, there's the standard crunch, which is just here. You can really kind of work on arching your body over the top of the ball, get a nice little stretch, and then crunching up into a position where you're really working on locking in the stomach muscles here, arching back, and coming all the way up and crunching again, not necessarily rocking back and forth. Now, there are a lot of better exercises for the abdominal muscles than the crunch, so I'm going to show you one, or two actually, that you can do. This one's kind of a modified plank, where you're using the ball with that unstable surface. So you're going to get in your plank position, elbows nice and straight, forearms nice and straight, and then you're holding here. Because of the instability of the ball, it's a little harder to hold in the plank. And then you could even kind of start messing around with moving the ball in and out, moving the ball side to side, going in circles in different directions. You can kind of play around with that in different ways. And then you can reverse it. You can put the ball under your feet and go in kind of on your hands plank. And you can just start there. You can do what we call pull-ins. You're pulling the ball in, bringing the ball back out, and you can get pretty creative with these things. So again, the ball can be used for abdominal type exercises. And then lastly, it's also a great tool just to find different positions and ways to stretch. Many times golfers have trouble with their shoulders, their lats. So a good little stretch that I like to do is just taking the ball, put your hands on top, and just reaching forward. You can do either both arms or you can do one arm. You're going to get a nice big stretch across the lats, the shoulder blade, just like that. And then you can even take this, because golf is a rotational sport, and we like to get that rotation, and we need some motion in the shoulders and trunk. You can even rotate it to the side and get a little stretch there too. So the ball is a very versatile tool. I don't like to use it to make exercises more creative or dangerous. So you have to kind of weigh the risk-reward factor when you're using the Swiss ball in exercises. You're going to see some things on Instagram or YouTube or whatever where people are not using these in a safe fashion. They're using them more to be creative and to get views. We like to make sure that it's a safe exercise and that there's an actual purpose behind what you're doing with the ball, that it's going to make your exercise more effective for whatever your goal is at that time. So give that a shot. If you like these What, Why, How videos, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're going to continue to put these out every single week. If you have suggestions, let us know in the comments below, and we'll talk to you very soon. Train hard, practice smart, play better golf.